Okay guys, on the video, on one of my videos on my last trip, I said that it was difficult for my woman to climb up to the top of on the bed, on the pop-up. And I remember I had this ladder that's from a double bunk bed that we had up in the cabin a few years ago, and we dismantled the bunks and we put them on the ground, you know, side by side. So there's a lot we've been kicking around here, and I set it outside to get destroyed and then cut it up for wood to burn, firewood, and but the ladder kept taking the beating and keep on ticking, like the saying goes. And I said, let me just put it inside the garage. So it's all weathered and stuff, and it was the steps were kind of loose. So I'm gonna sand it, stain it, and give it a varnish. Put it back together, and then this is gonna be the ladder to climb up to the top. Maybe it'll be a little better for her and for me, because it is up there. So let me see if I can do a little sanding and get this thing fixed. Get this over here. So as you can see, the wood got weathered. It's all black and stained stuff, but it's pretty hard wood. I don't know what kind of wood it is. There's a small crack up here. Eventually I'm going to take these pieces. I'll do that now. Take that out, and once it's all sanded, I'm going to apply some glue, put a clamp and tighten it, and try to avoid that crack from getting bigger. So let me do that. All right, later. Okay, so I started staining the steps, and I just found this whole can of stain. I don't know the name of it because it's so old that there's no tag, so I just put very good on the side. I got another can that says good, another one says green. So this is the color. I used to have one called the gun stock, but I think I ran out. And I didn't do a lot of deep sanding. I just took the grime out of it. And on the bottom, which has the better grade, better grain, and the better color, it's because it hasn't been touched by the sun either. So that's why you get the nice light color there. So I'll be doing this. I haven't glued the tips yet of the longboards. I'll be doing that too, but I decided to do this before it gets any darker. I had to kind of sit down for a little bit. My back was hurting. When I do a lot of stuff standing up, I gotta sit down. And then when I'm sitting down too much, I gotta stand up. That's the price of getting old. What are you gonna do? Okay, so that's that. I glued all of these. I popped them on and I re-glued them because they were coming out very easily. Okay. So we'll see how it's gonna come out. And then when I put it back together, I'm gonna add glue to this part, which it didn't have any, to attach it to to the board. And that way it'll be a stronger connection. And I've had this thing around for years, and I kept pushing it to one side or the other. Then I took it out of the garage, put it outside. I was gonna dismantle, cut it up, and burn it. But now I'm glad I didn't, because this is gonna help to climb up to the bed on the camper. It's not gonna be a complete solution, but it is gonna help a lot. So okay, so that's basically done. I'm gonna keep that area clean so I can glue it and leave it overnight. This is a very hard wood. I don't know what kind of wood it is. I don't think it's pine, but got a very nice tint, a nice color. I mean, look at that. It's gonna be a lot nicer than what it was before. Before it's kind of burnt looking and ready for the trash heap. And my wife kept saying, "When are you gonna get rid of that?" And I said, "Well, I don't know. I'm gonna see if I can do something with it." So I think it's gonna work out.
And then you have all these people quitting their jobs. The Sacramento Bee reported that in August, more than 400,000 California workers quit their jobs. That's the highest at any point in the last 20 years for that to happen. That's about 2.5% of the state workforce. That's a small percentage, but that's a lot of people.
Listen to the radio,
and some of the experts in this story,
and they're talking about a lot of people that they're taking advantage of the situation and they're quitting their jobs to collect. They work for a month, and then they want to collect, and then they want to collect on the sick leave, and they think that they can just work a little bit and then start collecting. I know a lady that works for a firm that says that women there, they just scam artists. They say, "Well, I worked and I want a disability," or they come up with some bullshit. Then they're getting the government check, and they're quitting and moving to a better paying job, which I don't blame them for that, because if there's an opportunity for a better paying job, yeah, go ahead and make your move. But it's just that a lot of people don't want to work the hard work. They want the easy stuff. They want the computer. They want to be on their phones when they're working, talking to their friends. They want to be able to shop online. Nobody wants to work standing up. Nobody wants to work, like the millennials. They don't like the driving work, truck driving. That is beneath them. They have this attitude that they weren't born for this. And I say, well, nobody is, but when you need a job, you need a job, and they're paying very well. If I wasn't retired and physically challenged, let's say, I I will go and drive a truck. I used to drive a truck back in the day. I was a flatbed driver, trucker hauling coils. Those big coils you see on trucks, I used to do that. All the air conditioning ducting that they did at the airport when they were rebuilding the airport in the 80s, I'm the one that hauled all that material to their shops to make all the air conditioning ducting and all the ventilation ducting. And I used to haul up to 6 coils a day. Uh, do a load in the morning and do a load midday. And it was okay with me. It was hard work, but it was honest work. Of course, back then there was no phones, cell phones. Or that's why people don't want to do the hard work, is they want the easy stuff. They want to be in the computer office with air conditioning. They're demanding free lunch. I mean, they're just a bunch of weasels. You don't pay for your own lunch, man. What kind of parasite are you? You're getting a job and now you want lunch for free. You don't want long hours. This country's gonna go to crap if things don't straighten out. That's what I think. Okay, so that's done. And put this away here. So there it is. The whole kid and caboodle. It looks kind of rough on the inside there. The wood has a lot of what I call character. Get a lot of grain and stuff, which makes it interesting. Wood is beautiful when you cut it and use it, not when you let it rot in the forest like they're doing now. There it is. Not bad. So then tomorrow, well, maybe today I'll put it together and glue it. Which is kind of, my back is kind of bothering me. So, a report from AAA says the average price for a regular gallon of gas in California is $4.64. $4.64 for a gallon of gas. Before Biden got into the office, gas was $2.25, $2.35. It was beautiful. The day he got into office, he cut the pipe from I forgot the name of it, but that pipe was going to come from Canada all the way down to to Texas to get it processed. So they still bring the oil. Don't think that the oil stopped flowing, but it's not coming through a pipe. It's coming by truck. So now you got more expenses. You got trucking, insurance, drivers, repairs, tires, maintenance, everything. And that's what brings the fuel up. And then the taxes that they put up here on the fuel, it's $1 more, $1.25 on top of everything. Every time they need more money, they keep hiking up the prices. This is going to be an impossible state to retire in. I was just talking to my mechanic yesterday, which I took the camper truck, because it turns out that the brakes were bleeding into the what do you call that round thing? He told me the name, I forgot. And it when you're going down a hill, you're tapping the brakes, and I always just tap them very gently. I don't jump on it. And by the time I got to the bottom, the tires, the brake will just kind of like woo and go halfway, more than halfway on the pedal. So I said, okay, that's not right. That doesn't. And this is the second time I did it. And I said, no, no, I need to check into this. So I took it yesterday, and they kept it overnight. They didn't call me today, so it's probably not ready. So when I was talking to the mechanic about the repair, we started talking about moving out of state, and he's thinking about the retirement. Where's he gonna go? He's not ready for retirement, but he's already looking at things. And he was looking at Texas, but he wasn't sure. He was looking at Arizona, but he wasn't sure. Everybody's got a different taste. I was looking at Florida. Florida's got a lot of problems for me, anyways. Um, but anyways, I said, well, a lot of people are moving to Tennessee for some reason. Tennessee is a beautiful state. It's very green, very got mountains and everything. But he said he wasn't sure, and so everybody's thinking about retiring out of state. Nobody's talking about staying here. Nobody. Um, Somebody told me, why don't you move to San Diego? And I said, well, San Diego, it's still in California, and you're still going to get the same taxes and stuff. They're a little more intelligent than the people in LA, because in LA we got complete idiots. For instance, we're having a water shortage. Well, San Diego they built up the walls on their reservoir higher. I don't remember how high they went, but they have water to 2045. 2045. So those people are looking ahead. Those people are thinking ahead. They're ahead of the curve on these problems. Over here, good luck. Why? Because we got morons running this place. And then the governor, on top of everything, he's even worse. So the state is going to be unbearable in a few more years. Okay, so I put the. Estoy filmando. So I put the ladder together. I did more or less a job. Glue spilled all over the side, but I cleaned it up as best I could. And then when it dried, I got a blade and cut it and stuff. This stuff, for some reason, didn't want to go in any further. So anyways, it's glued together, and now I'm giving it the varnish to give it a little bit of sheen. And the wood is soaking it up. And I'm using, I have this can for a while. I'm using wood finish, stain, penetrating stain and seal. So it's a 2-in-1. Stains, and I already stained it before. And this wood is very nice. Got a pretty, it's got a nice grain to it. It's reddish. Got an antique look to it. Okay, so that's the first coat, finish. I'm gonna let it soak a little bit, and then I'll go back and give it I'm gonna give it like 2 coats. It's a nice warm day. In fact, I'm gonna put it in the sun. Maybe it'll dry up faster. Right now it's 80, 85 degrees. So I'm gonna take this and put it in the sun here. I left it overnight with the clamps. There. Not exactly all in the sun, but it's gonna get warmed. Go here. There we go. It's a little better. And about a half an hour, give it another coat. And then I'll give it another coat. I was at Veterans Day. I came out and hung the flag. There's Old Glory, like they call it. But I noticed that none of the neighbors, the guy across the street, he does put it, puts it on the holidays. I don't know if you forgot. And there was a Vietnam veteran up the street that he moved out. He used to hang like 5 flags on his house. And now his wife, after he left, his wife doesn't put up the flag either. And I wrote to him and I told him about it. And he says, people that haven't lost their freedom can't appreciate what they have. Like the song goes, you don't know what you have until you lose it. And we, the Cuban community, lost our freedom along with our country, and we appreciate what we have here, and we're very thankful. At least I am. I'm very thankful. Are you thankful, baby?
Yeah. Yes.
You better. Yeah, she's thankful. In fact, sometimes she gets a little teary-eyed when the national anthem plays. You told me that once. It's emotional because people don't know how you get treated in these other countries, that you don't have no rights and you have no freedoms, and you have basically whatever you have, they took it away from you. We lost our properties, our vehicle. You know, you need papers to move around. And people that don't know, people that original from here, they don't appreciate what they have. The patriotic people that I've seen, that I've witnessed, is what Hillary used to call the deplorables. Those guys are really patriots. They really love this country. They fly their flags all the time. And you see them driving up and down with their flags on their trucks. But some people don't care. Some people take everything for granted. They don't. Yeah, I hang up the flag. Even though I don't agree with some of the things that's been going on in this country now. Well, actually, I don't agree with a lot of the things that are going on. There's some people vote for a demented person, senile, sick, can't make decisions. He's being handled by somebody. That somebody's pulling the strings. A few people are pulling the strings. And when he sees that somebody, I saw the other day that a news guy was kind of challenging him. He got pissed and his face gets angry, and he turns into a bully. He gets in your face with the finger and does this. But everybody hated Trump. Nobody says nothing about this wacko job that we have now. We're paying for $4.65 a gallon over here because of this wacko job. And taxes and taxes and taxes. So it's still a good country, but this state in particular, California, is the a-hole of the West. So we're planning on moving out as soon as we make a decision where to retire, because I talked to a mechanic the other day. He's only 35. He's already talking about where to move. And I said, well, you're only 35. He goes, yeah, but the way things are going, I'm not going to make it. He's going to want to move out before he retires and get settled somewhere because he can't afford anything. That looks good. Nice truck. So now I got another issue. I got to pull out the quad and install the grommet on the tank. I'm going to do that now while that ladder's being, the varnish is drying. This is the grommet for the gas tank. It's pretty easy to get under there and pop it, but I got to pull it out and bring down the ramp and do that. So I've been thinking that now, since the hunting is over for until next season, even though I got some projects, I'm gonna do something that I've been wanting to do, and I've been getting ready to do it. Is to go gold prospecting. I got my Mine Lab 705 sitting in the corner, gathering dust. Haven't really used it much. I still gotta learn it because I've been busy with other stuffs. So yeah, I'm gonna start getting, and I'm planning on taking the quad to to go prospecting in the desert or the mountains. I don't know exactly where to go. I'm not a geologist, and I've been watching some guys on the tube that they know their stuff. I've been watching. There's a guy. His name is Jeff. There's another guy that I think he's by Lone Pine. But these guys have mines and stuff. I mean, Jeff's got a mine. He's running it, and processing the material. He's getting gold. I'm not gonna be doing that kind of thing. I just want to find areas that are promising because I could just wander around the desert for miles and not know what I'm doing. I gotta find, it's like fishing. You gotta go where the fish are, not the whole ocean. So the desert is like an ocean. You gotta find the spot where the gold could be, and you gotta know how to read the rocks and the geology. And these two guys, the other guy's channel is MBC something. Mining or something or other, and he knows his stuff. And he says, "Okay, you look at this rock, and you look at this mineral, and this one means this, and this," and it's a lot to learn. I don't think I want to go that far. I just want to be able to go somewhere and just scan and see if I can pick up something. I'm gonna try the beach for some jewelry. I already did one park, and I only found a dime. And I even went to Florida, and I went to the wrong beach because I didn't do enough research. I went to Melbourne Beach, I think it was, to see if I can find some Spanish treasure. Found a dime and a little triangle weight for fishing. And people were asking me, "So how you doing so far?" I said, "Well, I'm hunting for the mother lord," and they were laughing with me, making jokes. So didn't do that good there either. I went to visit a friend, and I said, "Since I'm going over there, let's take the Mine Lab," and I did, but it didn't do that well. So I'm gonna see if I can find something around here. Um, there's a road that I've been told that it could have something, but I think that place has been combed to death. I mean, everybody got in it. You know, that Jeff guy also's been there. It's very brushy, and you gotta be careful with snakes, and that's another worry. You put your hands in the wrong. You're gonna get bit. Don't want to go through that. I already had my dog get bit, and that was a horrible experience. He came out okay, but it cost a lot of money. So, anyways, I'm gonna be doing that, and I don't know if I'm gonna have a channel about detecting because I gotta learn the machine first before I can start doing videos and showing what I'm doing. If I don't know what I'm doing, I'm not teaching anybody anything. Yeah, I don't want to be embarrassed either. So I'm gonna take the time to learn the machine and take the time to go because sometimes I spend the whole day just reading, researching things. I like to learn a lot, and it's a broad aspect of completely different things that had nothing to do with each other. I'm learning. I've been studying history, even though I wasn't that good in history in school. But I'm learning history, ancient history, and I've been reading stuff like that. Uh, then I've been looking at maps, and I still gotta finish the patio. The electrical is the last thing to do. All the stones are up. I gotta finish that, and the weather's perfect. So, but I wasted a lot of time since I had the accident. I haven't been able to go out and do what I wanted to do because the arm's still painful and can't move it up, and it's and then going alone also it could be a danger. So you can fall, trip and fall and bust your face like a friend of mine did. I told him when we were hunting, I said, "Hey, pick up your feet and don't drag your feet." He didn't pay attention to me, and on the way down, he tripped and whammo, hit the ground, hit the face on a rock, almost lost a tooth, almost damaged the scope on the rifle. So things like that could happen to anybody, and you gotta be careful. So I don't want to be on the edge of a ledge or something, and then lose my footing and fall, and then I'm there by myself. Well, so I need to take someone that is in shape. Uh, so yeah, I'll be doing stuff like that. I'm gonna be doing stuff like that.